Well, the next couple of hours or so will be critical in deciding their ultimate fate. Having made their intentions clear at the start of all this, now they have the chance to make it happen. It is all eyes forward and full steam ahead. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I've always been impressed with this boy, Pau Cubarsí. It never ceases to amaze me, Peter, how the Catalans always manage to unearth all of these gems, especially in an age where the demand is quite high on defenders. He's really the perfect package.
No argument from me. And the keeper's given it away. Oh, chance for a shot! And he's found the net! The first significant strike. Minimal lapse, maximum punishment. How that hurts.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Here's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's fabulous. Rodrigo. That'll be a throw-in. Thinks about the shot.
Vinicius Junior really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Threads one in. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Tries to pass it through. Shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Here's a chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Now the delivery. And that's out of reach. Vinicius Junior. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Now this could be a chance. Decent chance! And he has his goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Mbappe! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Vinicius Junior, he has found the way through. Muscular approach does pay off here. Vinicius Junior has got himself a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Vinicius Junior stood his ground strongly. Some good work on the right flank here. Cross needs to be good. Yuri. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Barcelona really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. Barcelona get the second half going. Throw in. Well, that has not gone well. Alexander-Arnold.
Madrid always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
No way through. Modric. It's a pretty loose pass. Koundé. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Looking for the run. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Mendy. Barcelona have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
In with the challenge. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Crosses it in. Mbappe! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Substitution on the field, number 15.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 18, Mbappe. Number 9, Vinicius Junior.
it's Lopez.
Number 13, Rodrigo.
Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. And it's Lopez.
Number 19, Benzema.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Number 6, Gullit. Substitutions taking place.
And a chance! Oh, it's gone in! And they've got their lead back. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 22,
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Bellingham.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I think what we've just seen is further evidence of their resilience and fantastic belief. I mean, they can always come through. Remarkable.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Kubasi. And Koundé. Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's found support out wide. Lewandowski!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Added time.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Chance here to counter. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And that is that. Barcelona perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, how will we look back on that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We're up and running then. Real chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Bullish header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And it's Azar. McAllister. Totti. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Szoboszlai. That's a smashing touch to get him away. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Azar. Looking for options for movement. Flings in across. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Szoboszlai. Now it's Shevchenko. Mohun Bagan still without a single shot on target. Kagawa. Played out to the left flank. McAllister is always looking to break lines. Now it's Pelé. Plays a sharp little ball here. And a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Manchester United are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football can be expansive and stylish, provided you have enough ballers in you.
Pelé! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Caught offside that time. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Szoboszlai. Now De Bruyne. Szoboszlai. And here's Shevchenko. And it's Azar! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
Baresi. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Now it's Kagawa. Now that looks a decent ball. Now the cross. Oh, great leap! It's there! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Goal! After 40 minutes is number 11, El Hadj Diouf.
Mohun Bagan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
That is lovely. A lot of space ahead of him. Shevchenko! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
it's been taken short. Delivers the ball. Oh, good climb! And yes, it's there! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Number 21.
Certain, searing, and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
He is just caressing the ball. Goes down, but not... Goes for a shot! And again! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. A thrilling end to the half there, one that very nearly changed the complexion of this game completely.
And we
The
continue
midway
now with
point
a
of the
quick
game.
request for
Well, I
support
think it's been a
for our
fantastic
charity
watch,
fund,
with
Chance
chances
in
created at
Football.
either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time, the score is 1-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And it's Alexander-Arnold.
That's good play from him.
The ball goes in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Manchester United clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Throw in. That's a good foray he's making. Cafu is flagged offside. Szoboszlai. And it's McAllister. And that could set him on his way. It's Pele! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Beckham to take it as usual. And now a sudden chance to counter. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Shevchenko. De Bruyne, who's set up one goal so far. Cafu. Aimed beyond the defence. He's through here. O'Shea. And this is Kagawa! McAllister. For De Bruyne. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is good strength. Szoboszlai. And here's Totti. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball.
Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Szoboszlai. And it's Azar. Azar powering forward here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's De Bruyne. Zaire Emery. The final 5 minutes. Oh, that's a key interception.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Played out wide. And this is Shevchenko. And this is Azar. Pele. Oh, well measured. Akanji spot. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Duke claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
There's no shortage of great fullbacks in the game today, but Robertson really is among.
And a chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Pele. He's had it taken off him. Alexander-Arnold has given away a free kick. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days. All part.
Great chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
Mohan Bagan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Beckham is there to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Oh, important interception. That's a lovely, neat pass. Filippo Inzaghi.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Not the most accurate pass. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Robertson kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. Played through into space. Khan claims comfortably. And the counter is on. Oh, he's found support out wide. Picked out brilliantly, and he's lost his man here. Forlan was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. 30 minutes gone. Pass somewhat off target. Baresi cuts out the pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That's a good run down the left.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Corner it is. Corner number 2 then. Ronaldinho! That was superb goalkeeping.
Rijkaard is offering a right smile there.
"40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. O'Shea. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Beckham. That is a brilliant interception.
There will be
That's
1
going to go a
minute
long
added
way.
time.
Shoot! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. That's the end of the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Mohun Bagan coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Mohun Bagan have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And so the action is resumed.
Mohun Bagan can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Beckham, and Beckham! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Beckham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Zaire Emery. Short changes him with that pass. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, good-looking ball. And that's another good win of the ball. Khan comes out and deals with it. Now it's Pele.
Pele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And no, that was never going to make it. Nice-looking ball. And the keeper's got it again. And now they can clear their lines. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's a very deep... Goes for a shot! And yes, it's there! Barcelona are back in business. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Number 99.
So they have it all to do again. Shoots! And he's there to belt it away.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And he's had it nicked away. Now who's going to be first to this? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And he's managed to gift it back.
Substitution.
That is good strength. Fallen!
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Real chance! And it's there! And they get themselves in front! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Mohun Bagan have their lead.
Oh, that's tremendous. They've shown it again and again in this competition. They'll fight to the very end. You have to admire them for their spirit.
And he stands
4
tall,
added minutes have been
impenetrable.
indicated.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. It'll be a throw-in. We are into stoppage time. That has not gone well. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Conte picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
There's a player below, Peter, that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raul.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard work and tenacity.
Beckham! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner.
You start as you mean to go on, Peter. Make this a good one.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Cafu. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And it's Beckham. Cafu does really well to win the ball there. It's a promising position. Pelé. And that should get the job done. Beckham. Tries to play it through. And that is well cleared. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Bagan clearly didn't help themselves, but...
Chance, surely! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Pass somewhat off target. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now he's running away. And the ball's come loose here. Mohun Bagan have a free kick. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Oh, it's Raul. Now, can he find a finish? Tries a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And there is your opener. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Number 18, Andrei Shevchenko. Andrei Shevchenko.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
That's a good foray he's making. Aims beyond the defence. Cafu. 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Pelé. Pinches it off him. McAllister is the team's great visionary. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. It's a pretty loose pass. Picked out brilliant, and the shot! And yes, it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Jordan Henderson.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, that's fabulous. Defending in numbers, sharp and chance! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. McAllister. Jordan Henderson is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender.
3 minutes added time.
Looking for options for movement. Bartasagi, and it's Henderson. McAllister, and it's lofted through here. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. That's the end of the first 45. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So right back into the action. Mohun Bagan not having the rub of the green at the moment. They are trailing. And this is Shevchenko.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a good ball. Robertson. More and more pressure on the ball here. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And that's another good win of the ball. Kukçu. And here's Messi.
Messi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Nice looking ball. Neatly clipped into space. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the...
And the shot! And that's in! His utter joy! He engages with absolute happiness! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Showing great feet there. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that was very necessary. Kukçu. Oh, well played, well played.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and
a chance! And he's stuck it away! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Barcelona are having a ball here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
That has ended up in no man's land. And it's McAllister. And here's Messi.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Van Dijk running with the ball. He's got away. Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
After 80 minutes.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Van Dijk. Van Dijk. Substitution in progress.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
He is through here. He's having a shot! And no mistake. How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And now he has two.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
McAllister knocks it into space. Well timed, excellent interception. Kukçu. And it's Henderson. This might spell danger.
Has been indicated.
McAllister. Now, can they get him away? Look at the space. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! He's got a goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Mohun Bagan still making a fight of this. No foul, says the referee. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Mohun Bagan cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation
Well, after all of that,
today,
Jim,
please
what are you
watch the
thinking?
screen for train
One-sided
departure times from
and
all
only
local
one winner,
major
Peter.
stations.
The players didn't show enough togetherness and it was weak throughout.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. It is edge of the seat time here. Their place in the league at stake. Great for the neutrals, utterly unbearable for anyone with a vested interest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle. Mohun Bagan need all the support they can get here. To say this is crucial would be to understate massively. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's Insigne. Insigne going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Xabi Alonso. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Fatih Karagümrük with the corner. There first. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Kagawa. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been anyone better.
And he thumps it clear. And this is Ronaldo. That's going wide left. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Insigne. Nicely weighted ball. Taken back almost at once. Threads one in. Oh, no joy this time. And he's gone looking for safety. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Zanetti gets over and intercepts. Baresi producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Insigne proves just a little bit too strong. Drills one in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Well timed, excellent interception. Cafu. Now he's got space here. O'Shea cuts it out. Robertson.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
O'Shea wriggles his way through. Rivaldo. And this is Ronaldo. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Pass somewhat off target. And for the first half, that is that. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. So we're underway for the second half.
Bagan really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Shot a goal! Goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have the first goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he's there to belt it away. Gabriel is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and...
Tries a shot! Well taken goal. 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Fatih Karagümrük are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
No, again, there's no way through. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's clever. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Cafu. That's Beckham. Juve. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's in plenty of space here. Pele gets into a good position. Pele will not want to lose out. He's having a pop! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, I was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
Kagawa, number 11, El Haj Diouf. Coming on the field, number 42, Musiala, number 10, Vinicius Junior.
Aimed beyond the defence, and this is Messi. Can he finish? Ronaldo looking sharp there.
Okay, it didn't quite come off on this occasion, but you get the feeling as a team they might want to just stick with this approach.
Vinicius Junior is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Robertson simply refused to be outdone there. Great vision. Forced to go back. Shapes to shoot! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And no, that was never going to make it. And that will be it. It's the day when it all caught up with them. The whole season has been a campaign of struggle, and it reaches an unfortunate end. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, I felt this was inevitable. You don't get to this point unless you are poor consistently, and so it's proven. They were never in a good place from a confidence perspective, and I didn't really fancy their chances at any stage.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening. Mohun Bagan are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. Cafu playing game number 100 for his current employers.
Yeah, this is the first big landmark he'll hit, Peter, so I'm not sure he sees any real significance in it, but to me, it's a foundation that can only stand him in good stead for the remainder of his career.
That has been cut short. And he's picked out the run. In with the challenge. Pele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And the pass is intercepted. Bale. Now it's Pele. It's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard. Adams. Howson looking to pass their way up the pitch. Not the most accurate pass. And that's gone loose. Oh, some astute defending there. And he welcomes it in. Can he finish? They've scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Mohun Bagan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
No, he refuses to take the bait. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Rijkaard. Bale providing an outlet on that flank. He's found a way through. He's had a shot!
Mohun Bagan really are a team that like to break lines.
Yeah, they love doing that, and it does work.
Yeah, plenty of balls in behind Peter, just needs to find the right run now.
Beckham wins the duel, and Beckham! David Beckham! Another picture postcard goal! About as smooth as it gets. They have come roaring back.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
He just absolutely... Oh, he's having a go! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That pass has been well intercepted. That pass isn't the best. Bale, he's got away, and he's definitely onside. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
And we come to you now.
So, nothing in it, Jim? What do you think?
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Substitution.
And that's the second half started. Tries to pass it through. Zaire Emery. Can he get it through? And he plays one through. Kagawa. Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen loose again! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now, can they get him away? Diouf. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Khan clears. Beckham. Good purposeful running this. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Beckham!
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Keeper's dealt with that. And here's Beckham. Mohun Bagan have the chance to go the other way. Cafu. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look. Oh no, this does not look good. And this is Shevchenko. That's destined for the flank. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Mohun Bagan present their opponents with the best possible chance here.
Number 26.
A lot hinges on this one.
Coming on to replace him is number 42.
The comeback is complete. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
Mohun Bagan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Short changes him with that pass. Beckham is sporting a gilt... And Messi! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Messi has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Beckham to take it as usual.
Spring out of
And now they can spring out of defence. Mohun Bagan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. And they can counter here. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now he's got space here.
Mohun Bagan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Played through into space, and he's managed to get free. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nicely shaped ball. Looking to play him in. Beckham, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that will be the final act. Mohun Bagan pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, it's got to be said, Peter, it's a day to forget for the players at the heart of a defence who were just getting beaten way too easily on so many occasions. But I think the manager, too, has to take responsibility for his failure to stop the leaks.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
रेड कार्ड कब मिल अच्छा वहाँ पे पेनल्टी मिला वहाँ पे रेड कार्ड मिल गया
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We are just getting... Shot a goal! It's bounced back off the post. He's having a hit! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
And it's played in. Good read, needed to be. And the counter is on. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, here's a man who stunned everyone in that famous summer of 2002. He had a hand in his country's most famous goal, their most famous win, and he helped to introduce point-blank header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Mohun Bagan still to be breached. And the shot! Oh, it's gone in! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Arsenal really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
After 22 minutes is number 21.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
A corner it is then. Now, who's going to be first to this? Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, it's a scoreline to raise the eyebrow. 1-0 to the underdogs. Now it's Mbappe. Oh. Hazard! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Knocks it out wide. Good ball, good take. He's in a great chance! No, just not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Zanetti. Great vision. He has found the way through. That has been slung wide.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. The second half then, just getting going. And he's chosen to go back. Oh, easy pickings there. But that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Alexander-Arnold, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Oh, good spread.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Saliba clears it away. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Mohun Bagan perhaps contemplating their next change here. That's destined for the flank. Over to the right flank.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Chance, surely! Goal! Arsenal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Tries one from range! So close to drawing level.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 13.
Arsenal are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. He got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated.
And it's been given away.
Arsenal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
He'll try from distance. He's done very well to get to that.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 4, Alexander-Arnold. Number 7, McAllister. Coming on the field.
They've played it short.
Number 11, Federico Valverde. Number
There's the shot!
Rice.
It's hit the crossbar. And with that, the end. Mohun Bagan played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. Well, we're on the way. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection. Cruyff. Looking to play him in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And back out. And we have our very first corner. Definitely not one of his best. Mohun Bagan are looking to go forward now. Cruyff. They get a throw in. And he's in on goal.
Totti really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now Kagawa! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Kagawa really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That's going to go a long way. Tries to pass it through. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Cruyff. And it's Totti. That is a brilliant interception. Oh, that's a key interception. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. He's got away. Nice interception, well timed. Kagawa can so cleverly bypass the press. He has found the way through. Knocks it into space. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And the pass is intercepted. And this is Inzaghi. Can he get it through? Chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Cruyff deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Pele is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked.
And he shoots! Goal! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
After 40 minutes is number 22, Filippo Inzaghi.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Totti. It's Totti! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Totti clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Has to go back here. Tries one from range. Sharp and fizzing, but not quite.
A good disguise on that.
And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Mohun Bagan finding themselves behind by just 1 goal at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back. Chance, surely! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Kagawa. And that's a throw-in. No, not quite on the same wavelength. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, super ball! Zanetti did well to stay calm there. And he's forced to go. That could spell trouble. Can he get on the end of this? He's had a shot! And it's in! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
80,953.
Baresi running with the ball. That is good alertness. Belletti. India are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box. It can work.
And no, that was never going to make it. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Totti. And this is Inzaghi. Oh, he's bustling through here. Adams makes the interception. Rijkaard. Raul. Totti.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, easy pickings there. Totti charging for, takes a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Looking for the run. Spread to the right. Now it's Pele. A probing pass. Well timed, excellent interception.
Two added minutes has been
Oh,
indicated.
well played, well sorted out. That's a cute ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Showing good feet. And there goes the final whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Pele picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Please keep your
Any
eyes
reflections
on
on
your
what you've
children
seen,
during
Jim?
the match at
Mahmoud
all
Bagan
times.
can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Barcelona have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs. But if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Oh, that's superb. And that is expertly dealt with. And he's there to get it away. He's a sharp little ball here. In with the challenge. Can he get on the end of this? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal. And the shot! Goal! And he is away. The launch of a brand new hero. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So, a breakthrough already. Mohun Bagan do have a chance to counter here. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Taken back almost at once. Diaz is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. It's a pretty loose pass. Goulet. Cafu. And that is a little undercooked. Robertson. And it's Azar. And it's Kagawa. Now it's Doué. Threads one in. Barcelona are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
And he's been shifted off it. Cafu. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Diaz. Played back. Pinches it off him.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Edmilson. For Rice. Camavinga. And here's Diaz. Camavinga. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Now it's Chouameni. And he's had a shot! Now it's Azar. Rice. Can he get it through? Now it's Doué. And there's green grass ahead of him. Koundé kept his eye on it. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Mohun Bagan just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Mohun Bagan looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Mohun Bagan leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Referee's given a throw. And it's Arda Güler. Kagawa looking for options for movement. And he gets rid in a hurry. Tries to pass it through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Chouameni. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's worked it through. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And that's been won straight back. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that.
Khan claims comfortably.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pass somewhat off target. The message is clear, none shall pass. Ball's looking wide. And here's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
He's shifted it to the flank, and he's had it nicked away. Oh, that's well spotted. Edmilson. Camavinga. Now, can they get him away?
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Shevchenko! Looking for the run.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And that will be it. Mohun Bagan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Doué picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Mohun Bagan pretty much coasted this, Peter. Should they have done more to kill it off? Absolutely. But at the same time, you can't say they were overly exerted either. So it's a good result.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then.
I'm sitting here wondering, Peter, what Roberto Donadoni's main role is going to be. One of Italy's greatest ever wingers.
There's the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Olise really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Donadoni, he can run onto that. That pass has been well intercepted. Azar. Olise, Now Van Dijk. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking for options for movement. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's gone loose. Howson is there to clear. Plays a sharp little ball here. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Ah, he made it look a bit...
Here's a chance! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Howson. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Mohun Bagan yet to have an attempt on goal. Diaz is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. It'll be a throw-in. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Robertson.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That is ended up in no man's land. Azar. And it's De Bruyne. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Shevchenko. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, now he could... He's had a shot! It's in! And we have liftoff! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Mohun Bagan have broken through. It's 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Mohun Bagan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Now that is a hefty challenge. This their second corner of the game. And he's gone looking for safety. Now it's Shevchenko.
2 added minutes have
Azar.
been indicated.
Good ball over the top. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Baresi. Robertson. And he was quick to react. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Mohun Bagan leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. Back on the way then. Mohun Bagan currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Now it's Azar. Howson gets across to intercept that. Milan are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football can be expansive and stylish, provided you have enough ballers in your team.
Diaz! Brilliant from Diaz! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now that...
Real chance! It's fallen kindly here! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Shevchenko, played out towards the right wing. Great vision. And that's really well manoeuvred. And he's intervened well there. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Diaz. He is through here. Now, can they get him away? Donatoni. And here's Elise. No, it's Hazard.
Oh, great feat, that.
Oh, that's fabulous. Van Dijk gets it away. Donatoni. And it's Hazard. Threads one in. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's been given away. He's beaten the last man. And the shot! It's a goal! Into the lead once more. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Hazard receives it in a wide position. 5 minutes left on the clock. Tomori. Mohun Bagan close now to seeing this one through to the end. Hazard. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Hazard can see things others simply cannot. Well read, nice interception. And that will be the final act. Mohun Bagan can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Pele claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Kindly remove it, as it is about to be total
Your
rain.
reflections then, Jim?
Mohun Bagan demonstrating exactly how to play on hostile ground. They were forced to persevere and be patient, but they never lost their belief nor their focus, and they basically saw a great performance through right to the end.
Hoy tenemos un partido un tanto incógnita, pues no hay nada en juego. Pero sin embargo el público se ha puesto sus mejores galas y espera una buena actuación de los suyos. La sensación del encuentro de hoy es única. Aquí no hacen las cosas de la forma habitual. Para que lo sepan, esto está ya en marcha. El Mohun Bagan Super Giant. ¡El disparo! ¡Gol! ¡Qué golazo! ¡Qué descomunal! ¡Un comienzo tremendo de la mano de este genio!
Pues seguro que no podía imaginarse un inicio mejor, ¿eh? Y el equipo, pues tampoco, la verdad. Solo puedo arrodillarme ante este tipo de jugadores que tienen la capacidad de abrir la lata mucho antes de lo esperado.
Consigue marcar sin apenas ángulo.
Estoy seguro de una cosa, ¿eh? El portero esperaba un centro y por eso dejó desprotegido el palo corto, pero no se le puede decir nada. El gol ha sido fantástico.
Y llega el primer momento relevante del partido, quizás antes de lo esperado.
Pues las cosas no pintan muy bien, ¿no? Está claro que todavía queda mucha tela por cortar, pero mucho tienen que cambiar las cosas.
Filtra la pelota. Interesante balón. ¡Pelé! Ha estado muy cerca, pero eso y nada, pues es lo mismo aquí. Intenta un pase al vacío. El Mohun Bagan Super Giant ha marcado en los primeros 10 minutos, lo que les da una ventaja de 1-0. Aquí está Kai Havertz. No dudó en interceptar. Arda Güler. Menuda combinación de pases para avanzar con la posesión. Buena presión. No le ha dado opción alguna. Pases precisos y firmes. Aparece para despejar. Ray Parlour. Sidor. Pase al hueco. Pelé la recibe. Vamos a entrar en los últimos 15 minutos de la primera mitad. Cafú. Ojo a ese balón. ¿Llegará hasta él? Va a ser que no. Marquinhos. McAllister. Es el gran visionario del equipo. La filtra a la carrera. ¡Hazard! Havertz. ¡Ahí se va! Intenta filtrar la pelota. Pueden respirar, aunque no sé si mucho. Turán.
El Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Ha hecho bien las cosas hasta ahora, ¿eh? Ahora calma y aguantar hasta el descanso para volver al 100%.
Havertz. La juega al hueco. Aquí va un centro. Cafú se deshace del balón sin lujos. Será saque de banda.
There will be 1 minute
El
added time.
Haji Diouf. Sigan, sigan, dice el árbitro. Y acabamos de oír el final de los primeros 45 minutos. Han sido muy combativos y competitivos, pero solo durante un momento decisivo. Todo está a la mar de entretenido. Julio, coméntanos, ¿qué te ha parecido la primera mitad?
En momentos como este, los futbolistas deben dar un paso al frente, Carlos. Ser valientes. Si el fútbol es valentía, al final. Tienen que arrancar la segunda parte como perros de presa y seguir así hasta que les aguanten las piernas. Es así, si van con pies de plomo, ya te digo yo, que no van a conseguir absolutamente nada.
El Mohun Bagan Super Giant disfruta de una alegría comedida. Por ahora, todo va bien. 1-0 al descanso. Directos al segundo tiempo. El Mohun Bagan Super Giant va por delante en el encuentro con un solitario tanto. Robertson. Siempre intenta jugar con calidad. Kagawa. Arda Güler. ¡Atención, Pelé! Parece un buen balón. Pelota hacia adelante.
Si quieren contraatacar, necesitan ir más rápido.
Bola va. ¡Atención, que estas le pega!
¡Anda!
¡Gol! Y pensaba que lo había visto todo después de tantos años. Menudo guante tiene en el pie. ¡Espectacular! Se han aferrado al encuentro.
Incluso yendo por detrás en el marcador no han bajado los brazos. Y yo me pregunto, ¿serán capaces de sacar fuerzas y ganar el partido?
Y ahí tienen un claro ejemplo de lo que hace. ¡Lo intenta!
Qué pena, ¿eh?
El golpeo ha sido errático.
Un disparo con mucha colocación, pero no ha ido a puerta.
Substitution on the field. Number 24.
El míster busca darle vidilla a esto y se viene un cambio de jugadores.
23. Beckham.
El Hadji Diouf es una amenaza cada vez que la engancha. Kagawa. Aquí está Pelé. ¡Chuta! ¡Gol! Culminó la jugada tal y como esperaba. Y otra vez se adelantan en el marcador. Posicionamiento perfecto, ocasión ideal y respuesta maravillosa.
Bien jugado, ¿eh? Hay que saber apreciar la simplicidad. Si es que lo simple siempre es perfecto. Ha sido una entrega magnífica.
El Mohun Bagan Superjan se adelanta. ¡Busca el disparo! Dispérsense, no hay nada que ver.
Bueno, cuando el equipo intenta retener la pelota, siempre hay riesgo de que ocurra esto, siempre. El espacio se presenta por sí mismo cuando todos suben.
Se la ha quitado. El Mohun Bagan Superjan todavía tiene opciones en el banquillo. Balón para el Hadji Diouf. ¡Testarazo! Estuvieron cerca de empatar.
Demuestran que han sabido reponerse tras encajar el gol. Tienen que seguir en esa línea.
El Hadji Diouf.
Esperemos que no se acuerden de esa jugada más adelante. Si es que con retener la pelota ya van servidos.
¡Atención, Pelé! Kagawa. ¡Atención, Pelé! ¡Prueba el disparo!
No queda mucho tiempo, ¿eh? Tienen que jugar con calma y terminar bien el partido.
Se ha excedido ahí. Falta. El árbitro le muestra la cartulina amarilla.
Substitution on the field. Number 26. Kagawa. Number 9. Hazard. Coming on the field. Number 17.
Creo que ya no queda tiempo para mucho.
Rashford.
Oh sí, un jugador casi imposible de despistar. Entramos en el tiempo de descuento. De Jong. Doué. Aquí está Dembélé. Toda suya y sigan, sigan.
Y aquí está el pitido final.
El Mohun Bagan Superjan ya puede sonreír. Final de partido. Han aguantado como jabatos.